Hey, what's up, Kickstarter community? My name is Ben Sissel, and for the last year I've been working on a project called Vintage Racing Today. Vintage racing, in my mind, is kind of like a well-kept secret across America, and it's our intention with this movie to expose this to the public. I have spent the last year of my life following around a group of about 10 guys from Nashville, Tennessee that call themselves Zapata Racing Team.
Oh, the jackasses.
They are a vintage team that's been around since the early 80s, and they take their unbelievable cars to these world-famous tracks, and some of these cars were designed specifically to race these tracks back in the 50s and 60s. To me, that is what makes vintage racing so compelling. These cars deserve to be in a museum. But the drivers and the owners, they feel like, no, the cars were designed to go around racetracks. So instead of putting up behind velvet ropes, we're going to go out there and experience these cars. And better yet, let the spectators see what the cars were designed to do. And it's great because you get to see the cars, you get to talk to the drivers. But even better than that, you get to smell the cars and you get to hear them roar around these world-famous racetracks. So that is the intention of this movie. One, I'm making a documentary about a group of guys that have been friends since the early 80s that have been driving and racing and building these cars for a long time. But two, we hope that this is kind of an infomercial, that if you have any interest at all in racing, whether being a spectator or being a builder or a driver, that this gives you kind of a step-by-step, this is how you get involved in vintage racing. But probably the most important thing we set out to do with this project is really perpetuate vintage racing. The big problem we're seeing at these tracks is that the drivers are aging and there isn't a new generation of people that have really embraced this sport. And so our hope with this project is that we can show people how easy it is to get into vintage racing. As you can see, this is my basement. This is where I do my editing. We started this out as a labor of love. This is not my job. This is just one of my passions. We've compiled all this great footage and we've come to the conclusion that, you know what, with all this unbelievable footage, we need to up the production value of this movie. We were just gonna, I was gonna edit this movie on my laptop, but we've come to the conclusion that with this footage, to really do this footage justice, we need to hire a professional editor. And to do that, that's where Kickstarter comes in. With the money that you pledge, we promise that all of that money is gonna up the production value of this movie, which is just going to make the movie better, clearer, brighter, sound better, and hopefully compel people to get into this great sport of vintage racing. Now, if you're kind of on the fence about this project, because yes, this is very humble production here, but we can do a lot with great footage, so go check out the trailer that I edited on my laptop and see if that might compel you, because once you see the footage, I think you're going to really see that this is a project you need to get behind. So hopefully now you are wondering, how can I help? It is simple. On our Kickstarter page, there's a little green box to the right that says back this project. You click on that little green box that says back this project, and it will take you to a new page. On the new page, you fill in the amount that you want to contribute to the project, and you will see the incentive with each box that you can fill in. If this project does not get funded, you are not charged at all, and you will get an email that says, I'm sorry, this project was not funded, and whatever amount you got pledged will not be deducted from your credit card through Amazon. If we get overfunded, meaning we exceeded our goals, that's great. We'll just start Vintage Racing Today Part 2 west of the Mississippi. So we have made what I think is a great incentive package to really entice you to get behind this project. If you can find it in your heart to pledge $1 to $9, dude, thank you so much. A high five. That's what you get. You get a virtual high five from the Vintage Racing Today guys. And please come out and see a race and come find us and say hi and sit in our cars. If you pledge $10 or more, we will put your name in alphabetical order on our thank you page on vintageracingtoday.com. Plus, we will send you a Vintage Racing Today vinyl sticker to put on your car. If you pledge $25 or more, we will send you a special edited edition digital download of Vintage Racing Today upon completion. Plus you will get the Vintage Racing Today sticker and a thank you on our website. These incentives kind of go like the 12 days of Christmas. They just kind of stack on each other, so I'll quit repeating all the things. But if you give $60 or more to Vintage Racing Today, we will give you this great t-shirt or this logo on a hat, your choice. If you can give $100 or more, the Zapata guys will personally sign a DVD and send it to you upon completion. For $200, you will get a Vintage Racing Today zip-up hoodie. For $500, this is probably my favorite, Bill Davis, one of the Zapata guys, is also a world-famous automotive artist, and he is designing us a poster right now for Vintage Racing Today. And we're going to print those posters in limited quantities, and you will get a limited edition Bill Davis signed poster of Vintage Racing Today. For $1,000, you will get an associate producer credit in the movie, listed on our website, but also in the credits at the end of the movie. $2,000, you will get 2 pit passes to any vintage racing event that the Zapata racing team goes to in 2012 or 2013. So Kickstarter community, thank you so much for listening to this, and I just hope that you feel led and compelled to pledge some money and really get behind this project. Thank you so much.